Dear students, last time we already discussed about the physical properties of metals and non-metals. Now today's topic is chemical properties of metals. Chemical properties of metals, in which we will study how a metal reacts with different things. First of all, what are metals? Metals lose electrons and become positively charged. Positively charged. Suppose M, it is a metal. This will become M plus when it loses one of its electron, such as in the case of sodium 281, there is one electron in its outermost shell. So this sodium will become sodium ion having configuration 2 and 8 by releasing one of its electron. If metal M loses 2 electrons, then this will have 2 positive charge. This is the metal ion. Let's take example of magnesium having configuration 282, and this magnesium will lose 2 of its outermost electron and will become 2 positive charged ion. So they have the tendency to lose electrons. Now reaction of metals with oxygen, that is, they will form oxides. Formation of oxides. All the metal of group 1st, 2nd or group 13th, they reacts with the oxygen and forms their corresponding oxides. Let's take an example. Metal, oxygen, metallic oxide. This is the sodium and this is the oxygen, reacts to form sodium oxide. In the same way, magnesium reacts with oxygen to form magnesium oxide. Iron reacts with oxygen, form ferric oxide, or we can say iron oxide or ferric oxide. Now come to the point, nature of metal oxides. We already have discussed about it, that metallic oxides are basic in nature. That is, when a metallic oxide reacts with water, this will give alkali. Then first is action with water. Alkalis are formed. For example, sodium oxide, when dissolved in water, this will gives you sodium hydroxide, a strong base. In the same way, magnesium oxide reacts with water to gives you magnesium hydroxide. Alumina, that is aluminium oxide, on reaction with water gives aluminium hydroxide. So in this way, metallic oxides, when dissolved in water, they forms alkali. Now the next one is action with acids. Action with acids. Since metallic oxides are basic in nature, they reacts with an acid and for salt and water. This is also called neutralization reaction. Let's take an example of calcium oxide, that is the quicklime CaO. It is basic in nature. On reaction with hydrochloric acid, this will lead to the formation of calcium chloride, which is a salt, and water. So this is in fact basic in nature. This is the acid, salt and water. In the same way, magnesium oxide, when reacts with HCl, this will lead to the formation of MgCl2 plus H2O. Al2O3, that is the alumina or aluminium oxides, on reaction with HCl gives 2AlCl3 plus 3H2O. That is, in all these cases we are saying that salt and water is formed. HCl is an acid, so metallic oxides are basic in nature. Now if all action with bases, here also salt and water is formed. Amphoteric oxides such as aluminium oxide and zinc oxides reacts with a base and gives salt and water. So this is the aluminium oxide. On reaction with a base, that is the sodium hydroxide, gives sodium aluminate. It is a salt named as sodium aluminate, and this is the water. In the same way, zinc oxide, when reacts with sodium hydroxide, then sodium zincate will be formed as a salt and water. So this is the sodium zincate. Now the next is reaction with hydrogen. Metals on reaction with hydrogen form metallic hydride. Metallic hydrides. The metal should be highly reactive. Example, 2Na plus S2. Since sodium is highly reactive than hydrogen, so in this case hydrogen will become negatively charged and the compound is NaH, that is the sodium hydride. Here we are calling this hydride because it has negative charge. Another example is calcium, reacts with hydrogen, gives CaS2, that is the calcium hydride. If we will break NaH, so this will lead to the formation of 2Na plus and 2H minus. So this is negatively charged, so we have to call it hydride, that is ending with IDE.